All right, so switching gears a bit, when you think of East Texas and East Texas sports, the first thing that comes to mind is Beast Texas football. And thankfully, one East Texan has decided to put pen to paper, writing a book on one of the most historic programs in all of Texas history. Draw the Line, a book written by East Texan Hunter Taylor, first a coach, now a professor who began telling the story of East Texas football as a doctoral assignment. Now it highlights some of the best and top East Texas football programs and their coaches, but most notably Jeff Traylor in his final season in Gilmer.
One of the storylines obviously is the last season they're all together, right? It's the 2014 last dance, if you will.
This is literally the most special season ever of Gilmer Buckeye football because of what happened with Des Pollard before that season started.
Desmond Pollard, the teammate who unexpectedly passed away in March of 2013 after collapsing on the basketball court. So his teammates dedicated the entire 2014 season to their lost brother.
Young kids think they're going to live forever, and when they see one of their buddies go down, it makes them grow up a lot faster than they really need to. But they don't take a day off, they don't take a rep off.
You go through a tragedy like that, and then there's all these kind of own characters on the player side where they're dealing with their own trials and tribulations.
McLean Carter, Blake Lynch, and Chris Boyd, all key pieces to that state title season. Their stories within these pages as well.
I think they did a fantastic job articulating what that season meant to them, and then how they viewed each other, what they played for, how they honored a teammate that was no longer with them, but I just think it's a great story.
But with any great football story, there's always a rivalry.
You know, so many people still talk about the Gladewater-Gilmer game in Lobo in 2014, and that was kind of a rallying cry for Gilmer prior to that game.
An instant classic, good enough to make the cover of the book, but also influence the title.
And on 4th down and 2, baby, we drew the line!
So what was the game like? Coming down to the final seconds in a game-winning drive from the Buckeyes.
Our kids would not let us lose. And when I tell you the last seconds when we gave the ball to Chris Boyd and he scored and the crowd went crazy. I think it was like 19,000, 20,000 people there. So that was really, really big. I remember just crying because, you know, I didn't know how it was going to end, and when we won it, man, I just knew that we were going to win state.
Gilmer's undefeated season put into words, a testament to not just the city, but the entire East Texas region.
You know, just our kids put their heart and soul into this football program as well as our coaches, and so being able to see it in writing is going to be a pretty neat deal for our community.
There's genius in this region. There's a lot of genius.
Genius, highlighted in one book as best as Taylor could tell the story, with the protagonist being the one and only legendary coach Jeff Traylor and that legendary coaching staff.
I'll tell you in one simple word: motivation. Jeff Traylor is literally the best motivator I have ever seen. I told him one time years ago, I said, I put you right up there with Lou Holtz, and based on what he did for the Gilmer Buckeyes and this town and this school and this football program, no doubt in my mind, he's the best motivator on the planet.
Well, the book will be available for order starting June 28th in most brick and mortar stores, or you can just Google Hunter Taylor, Draw the Line.